Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
You have got to get up pretty early to go do something. We are the Alternative Dig Talk. With our mobile studios, we are redefining TV presentation just as technology is setting the pace. We are blending our approach with fresh, perspectively designed breakfast show, The Mighty Drive, informative and entertainment show, exclusive and live interviews.
We President Museveni wadde juzi namulaba apima akawunga kilo 2 tasobola kalya nini bwaba alya kilo 5 oyanema okuliisa eggwanga ne bwe limundekera.
Njagala kwebaza the Alternative Dig Talk etuwadde kano ka Mighty Drive era n'abatuwuliriza bonna abali ku mikutu njagala basaba mugende mu maaso n'okuwuliriza.
All given to you just a click away on your phone, tablet, laptop and smart TVs as we are streaming live on our social media platforms, on the road and on the go. We are the Alternative Dig Talk.
Nze omubejjalu wedde Lilian mbaniriza maka gaffe amajja era nga wano tugenda okubanga tukolera programu yaffe emanyiddwa nga The Voltage gaba masanyalaze gennyini era nga twogera ku bintu ebyenjawulo omonno mwe muli ebigenda mu maaso mu ggwanga ensonga z'ebyobufuzi n'obukulembeze bw'eggwanga Uganda twogera ku nsonga ez'abavubuka eddembe ly'obuntu awamu n'ebyenkulaakulana togisubwa buli lunaku olwokutaano eba ssaawa emu ey'akawungeezi paka ssaawa 3 ez'ekiro.
The Diaspora Link buli lwakuna sawa 11 paka sawa emu ey'olweggulo ye program gye tukuleetedde wano ku Alternative Dig Talk Uganda. Tugenda batutunulira embeera z'Abannayuganda baganda baffe bannyinaffe zibawangaaliramu mu mawanga ag'ebunaayira. Bangi banyigirizibwa, bangi bakosebwa, bangi bayisiddwamu amaaso. Naye tugenda batutunulira engeri gye tusobola okulongosaamu embeera zaabwe. Tugenda kuba tulaba abo abakwatibwako abateekeddwa okuba nga balongoosa embeera zino eno. Tosubwa buli lwakuna n'omuweerezaawo Nixon Segal.
Hello everyone, my name is Abdulatif and I welcome you to the Hotline Show here at the Alternative Dig Talk as we discuss issues of national importance. Join us every Monday 7 to 9 p.m. and see who will be occupying these seats here with us. Keep it Dig Talk, real issues, real talk.
Hey Ugandans, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Dewa Kiki, the Deputy Defense Spokesperson and actually the Deputy Spokesperson for the Uganda People's Defense Forces. I was hosted on Alternative Dig Talk. I encourage all Ugandans that this is the way to go. Always watch, participate, give your views and ask questions on Alternative Dig Talk. Dig Talk, the way to go.
Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
To the Alternative Dig Talk. Mbaniriza nnyo ku show ya mwenganzi amanyaze Edgar Mathew Karuhanga no show ya mwe waita the Mighty Drive eberawo buli lunaku ssaawa emu ey'okumakya paka ssaawa 3 okuva ku Monday paka Friday. Twabasuubiza okubanga tukeera ku makya nammwe nga tubafuula informed nga tubannyonnyola biki ebigenda mu maaso mu ggwanga lino erya Uganda era kyekyo kyennyini kyetuliko olunaku olwaleero. Amanya nze Edgar Mathew Karuhanga, omwana okuva Fort Portal. Wetuli okuba nga tukuweereza ku kamera kuliko omusajja Rogers tuli ahabwe Teddy Tenjo na Bukera yali mu production, of course ne Jebayayanira Mukibi nga begattiddwako Mukose Arnold Anthony. Era mbaniriza nnyo ku lunaku olwaleero. Ennaku z'omwezi ziri 15 omwezi gwa Musenene omwaka 2021 wetukikola era lunaku olwaleero Mukama lwakeeseza era wetuli okubanga tumwezi. Olunaku olwaleero tulina abagenyi baffe ab'enjawulo mwe muli omukyala Nalongo Mwafrika ono human rights defender ate nga tulina n'omukyala Kakayi Zerida ono deputy youth coordinator mu kibiina kiri ekya Alliance for National Transformation oba kyomanyi nga ANT. Tugenda kuba twogera ku bintu bingi bya politics ezibaddewo omwaka mulamba. What happened in the political game of this country and iPod kyekigenda mu maaso mu iPod lwaki ebibiina bikyaganya okubanga byegatta ku kino ekitongole. PFT enasobola okubanga etwala obuyinza mu ggwanga Uganda n'ebirala bingi bye tugenda okubanga tubanyonnyola era akanzeko wali mu lulimi olulyanaka. Good morning, welcome to the Mighty Drive show. My name is Edgar Mathew Karuhanga. This show airs every Monday to Friday from 7 to 9 a.m. We are here and we promise to break down having a conversation with Uganda. And it is exactly what we are doing on this 15th day of November 2021. It makes me happy and it's a proud moment to know that you guys wake up every day to make sure that you watch the Mighty Drive, and of course we shall make you an informed citizenry, giving you the right information at the right time so that you can make informed decision as a citizen of this great country all call home, that is Uganda, the pearl of Africa. Now allow me delve into the stories that have been making rounds in Uganda and the rest of the world, just because today we're not going to start here in Uganda. Let's start over abroad. On the 11th of November 2021, we saw a very, very celebrated man nga awumula olunaku lwabadde ennaku z'omwezi 11 omwezi ogwa Musenene omwaka 2021 ono gwe bayita Frederick William de Klerk. Abamanyi Frederick William de Klerk oba abatamumanyi, ono ye mwami eyawa obuyinza nga abasajja mu South Africa, yali president wa South Africa ate yali president okuva 1989 paka mu 1999. Oyo president ye mwami eyasobola okubanga awa obuyinza nga abuddiza aba South Africa oba abaddugavu oba nga awa omwami gwe bayitanga Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela ajjukirwa mu nsi eno yonna okubanga bamusiba emyaka gyali 27 nga lwakuba yali akkiririza mu kintu kye yali ayimirirako ekyokubanga tewali busosoze oba apartheid policy mu ggwanga lino era South Africa. Bamusiba emyaka 27 naye ekyali kisanja ky'ono omwami Frederick William de Klerk, omwami ono Nelson Mandela we baamuteera najja n'asobola okubanga atwala obuyinza oba ngajjawo kye bayita apartheid policy yali egenda mu maaso mu ggwanga erya South Africa. Frederick William de Klerk baamulaba nnyo nno mu biti ebyenjawulo. Abalala baamulaba nga liberator, yali omwami eyayamba abaddugavu okubanga abaddiza obuyinza, naye ate abaddugavu abamu tebaamusanyukira, baamulaba nga ekyali ekyonziira oba obuzibu abagamba mbuno yasooka okubanga nga asobola okubasibako eno enkola ey'omukabbuli oba gye bayitanga the apartheid policy. Apartheid policy yali mu South Africa eyo okuva mu myaka egy'enkaaga bajja bajjejjeko wano mu 1994 bwe bafuna obwetwaze bwabwe ng'eggwanga, a sovereign state, ensi eyali free from terror, a free a country that would be liberated by 1994. Omwami ono Frederick yali omuzungu yasooka okuwangula Nobel Peace Prize wali mu ggwanga erya South Africa era bagiwangula wamu n'omwami Nelson Mandela mu mwaka gwali gwa 1993. Frederick William de Klerk and Nelson Mandela celebrated the Nobel Peace Prize. Juka Nobel Peace Prize eweewo abana abantu bakoze ebyensuso okubanga baleeta emirembe ku nsi yaffe eno oba ku lukalu lwaffe luno oba mu nsi eno eya the whole world. So Frederick William de Klerk, he has been celebrated after a long time. Remember, he is a person that many South Africans look at as an outcast, but of course some of them look at him as a liberator because he liberated the whole, country. So, mwami ono yawumudde ennaku z'omwezi nga 11 naye yalesewo a lot of controversies and discussions in terms of many people saying Frederick n'omwami Julius Malema ye teyamucelebrate nze era omwami ono kasita yawummudde. Julius Malema akulembera ekibinja kya economic party eri mu ggwanga erya South Africa, ekibinja ekyokusatu ekisinga obunene mu ggwanga mu continent eno ya Africa. Yavudde n'agamba mbu thank you God, yeebaziza bwebaza kubanga omwami Frederick William de Klerk ono yafudde era ye yeebaziza bwebaza era n'agamba Frederick William teyeetaaga kubanga bamuwa state burial. Jukira waliyo state burial ze bagamba mbu oba waliko president w'eggwanga era South Africa basobola okukuziika mu ngeri ey'ekitiibwa egwanira omukulembeze ali mu hierarchy oba ali mu ddaala ng'eriryo. So ekyo kyennyini omwami kye yagaanye n'agamba tebamuwa state funeral because he does not deserve it. He is one of the people who oppressed the black folks in South Africa. Jukira ono omwami Frederick William alina history y'amaanyi nnyo kubanga famire ye yemu ku family ezitunulira mu South Africa kubanga zeza perpetrating oba zezaleetawo enkola eya apartheid policy. Si lwakuba ye yagikomya naye family ye kuva dda. Jukira abazungu babadde mu ggwanga lino era South Africa okuva mu myaka gya 1600 by the way. Abantu abatakima kyobalaba omuzungu wa South Africa ye wanjawulo kyobula asobola yimya n'alwanira ettaka n'alwanira rights ze nga omutuuze wa South Africa. So ebyo ebintu ebityo byonna bibadde bigenda mu maaso wali mu ggwanga era South Africa. Naye Frederick yasobola okubanga abitaasa wadde abantu abasinga bagamba he was not celebrated enough. Abalanga bagamba nno omwami ono we yali ali mu peace talks ne Nelson Mandela mu 93 awe bawangulira Nobel Peace Prize. Y'omu ku baami ate bennyini abaali ba financing abaali baagala okulwanisa abafirika bannaabwe abaali balwanisa Mandela by that time. So abantu abasinga bamwagala abalabo tebamwagadde naye at the end of the day he is a Nobel Peace Prize winner and of course he was once an African president. So the whole African continent of course mourns Frederick William de Klerk. Omwami yazaalibwa ennaku z'omwezi 1936 era afudde mu nnaku z'omwezi 11 omwezi gwa Musenene omwaka 2020. That means afiiridde ku myaka 85 egy'obuto. Ndoza tuyingireko mu mawulire agali wano mu ggwanga lya Uganda. Omwami ndoza nga sinava bweru w'eggwanga tusoke tugendeko Somalia. Waliwo ba UPDF officers babiri abasindikiddwa mu kufa. They were sentenced to death and 3 were sentenced to 39 years in prison. Bano bakuba ba civilian amasasi ne babajja mu nsi muno wali mu kibuga kibayita Golwen neighborhood mu ggwanga erya Somalia. Bano nno boolaba betwogerako bali part of the AMISOM forces. AMISOM forces ge magye agasindikibwa okuva mu ggwanga erya Uganda na ensi za Africa endala okubanga zimaintaininga peace wali mu ggwanga erya Somalia. Naye nga omanyi oluusi kibasuukako bagenda ne bakuba ba civilian abali unarmed abaali tebalina kibakola ne bakuba amasasi agabajja mu budde. So in that regard wali abasajja baba convictinze aba UPDF council oba akabonda akakwataganya n'empisa mu magye ga UPDF wali mu ggwanga erya Somalia mu kibinja ekya AMISOM ne baba sentencinga mu kufa babiri then abalala basatu ne babasindika emyaka 39 nga bali mabega wa mitayimbwa. So ekyo ekigenda maaso wali mu Golien mu ggwanga erya Somalia. Then, as we are speaking right now, the Tigrayan forces are also accused of killing various civilians. Ekiri mu Ethiopia, aba Ethiopian main government ne Tigray Liberation Army bonna bali betunuzaamu emundu bagamba nti ona killing civilians then nabala bagamba it's the same story. So bigenda maaso wali mu Ethiopia nabagamba dda olutalo lubadde lutambula kati mwaka mulamba ba emundu ebadde tokuta mu ggwanga liri erya Ethiopia. So it's the Tigray Liberation Army versus the Ethiopian mainstream army that belongs to the government. So that is a very, very conflicting incident. So many people are losing their lives. Up to 184 lives have been lost in the few past months. So Chigana Mass from Ethiopia, we should just pray for Africa at the end of the day because we do not want to have a lot of bloodshed going on in our continent. Now, tugendeko wano mu lutalo olugenda maaso wakati wa President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Tibuhaburwa ne Buganda Land Board. Omwami ono Museveni adetakiza nnyo mu nkola eya Buganda Land Board ng'agamba this is an illegal entity era yagidabinze illegal n'agamba NRM Central Executive Committee oba SEC esobola okubanga erwanisa this board agamba mbuno it is illegal ate eri mu kujjawo land ownership eri abantu bayo ba natives ng'eziwa ate Buganda because here Museveni yatunuyanga agamba ettaka lya banna Uganda. So waliwo olutalo olugenda mu maaso wakati wa Buganda Land Board ne mukulu Yoweri Kaguta Tibuharamwa Museveni era ye akalaatidde nti NRM SEC oba Central Executive Committee ejja kuba ekola buli kimu kyenasobola okuba ng'eremesa enkola eno eya Buganda Land Board n'ekyapa mu ngalo ebadde etandikiddwa nno omukulu Katikkiro yali agitandiseeko paka ssaawa zino kyekimu kyennyini ekibadde kigenda maaso naye President Museveni yetagikiririzaamu era agamba enkola teri very equal and at the end of the day people are not getting equity oba tebafuna bintu according to how they deserve oba because of who they are naye waliwo emigozo oba negigenda mu maaso era yafulumiriza ekidocument oba kye bagiyita emissive ebadde empanvu ya pages nga 16 nga nnyonnyola ebizibu bya Buganda Land Board ng'ate ayogera from a historical point of view ng'ayogera ku byaliwo era nga omumanyira bulijjo President Museveni ayogera ku biba byaliwo ng'agamba it's the history that shapes the future of any country or any society or any community. So omukulu Tibuhaburwa ye yagambye takkiriza mu nkola eno ya Buganda Land Board but that is going to be another hell of a ride because not many Ugandans and many people from Buganda will actually agree with President Yoweri Kaguta Tibuhaburwa. But of course, he's one gentleman who's proud of his minority ideas and most of the times he likes to assert them and oftentimes they really work at the end of the day. Now, fuel prices are continuing to hike in the country. Right now, a litre of fuel goes for up to 4,650 shillings. That is a very bizarre price for 1 litre of fuel. Remember, gade gasalwako nga gali ku 3,600 naye kati ga hiking. Tetunamanya nsonga that if we get time we shall get an economist for you asobola okubanga bannyonnyola what exactly happened and why fuel prices increasing by the day right here in Uganda. My name is Edgar Mathew Karuhanga and of course as I promised you we are having Miss Kakayi Zerida. She is the Deputy Youth Coordinator of the Alliance for National Transformation and of course Nalongo Mwafrika. She is a human rights defender. They will be joining me and we will be talking everything politics in terms of what is happening in ANT, PFT and all other political entities in this country. Has NUP actually, run its course over the first year of opposition, leading the opposition in this country? And of course, many are saying that there is a bit of some loopholes here and there. We shall be talking about them and the rest of the topics. Now, as I come to the end of this particular segment, that is the Mighty Global News Updates, at just 18 minutes past 7 a.m. Mchala Shamim Nambasa, she has been declared the 87th Guild President of Makerere University. Omukyala ono nno avudde mu kibiina kiri ekya National Unity Platform ate omukyala yeke yabadde mu lwogaano olwo n'abaami abalala 8 ne nasobola okuba nga abakuba akalulu mu mateeka abavubuka batera okwogera abakubi akalulu mu mateeka okujjako bangi bagamba mbu nno yali product wa DP naye NUP yamwetwalidde but of course that is what they call being opportunistic. Waliwo abafunye opportunity and of course National Unity Platform is what is trending right about now. Noza Joyce Bagala yakyagaanye ruling era apirinze mu Court of Appeal ruling ya High Court yali egamba mbu nno akalulu ke kalimu emigozoobano era omukyala minister gwe tulina kati ow'ebyettaka Judith Nabakoba yali amwesimbyeko so bagamba mbu wa bribingawo abantu here and there naye agamba mbuno amazima akalulu akawangula mu mateeka ne Judith Nabakoba yakyagaanye so katulinde tulabe ekinaava mu Court of Appeal. Lira University bagigambye so tandika okusomesa pastoralism oba pastoralism ndoza kwe taking care of what of cows, right? Ate pastoralism nali manyi kutambula ne cows for eringi bayita nomadic pastoralism secondary nkyayinamu mpola abadde banzalawa nkyayinamu. 2 people have been shot dead wali mu Jinja Kamuli highway. Nibade bavuga Toyota wish tunamanya lwaki, but there is a lot of insecurity in this country and of course I'll pick the minds of the ladies that will be joining me twogere ku nsonga tulabe kiki ekigenda maaso mu ggwanga lya Uganda. Eddakiika zino ndaba ziweddeyo bana 19 ezakayita ku ssaawa emu. Ndoza we are going to go for a short commercial break, but when you come back we're going to start the discussion and talk about iPod, talk about ANT, we talk about PFT and talk about the political spectrum of this country. My name is Edgar Mathew Karuhanga. Good morning.
Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Nze omubejja luwedde Lilian mbaniriza maka gaffe amajja era nga wano tugenda okuba nga tukolera programu yaffe emanyiddwa nga The Voltage gaba masanyalaze gennyini era nga twogera ku bintu ebyenjawulo omwo nno mwe muli ebigenda mu maaso mu ggwanga, ensonga z'ebyobufuzi n'obukulembeze bw'eggwanga Uganda, twogera ku nsonga ez'abavubuka, eddembe ly'obuntu awamu n'ebyenkulaakulana. Togisubwa buli lunaku olwokutaano eba ssaawa emu ey'akawungeezi paka ssaawa 3 ez'ekiro.
The Diaspora Link buli lwakuna sawa 11 paka sawa emu ey'olweggulo ye program gye tukuleetedde wano ku Alternative Digital Uganda. Tugenda batutunulira embeera z'Abannayuganda baganda baffe bannyinaffe zibawangaaliramu mu mawanga ag'ebunaayira. Bangi banyigirizibwa, bangi bakosebwa, bangi bayisiddwamu amaaso. Naye tugenda batutunulira engeri gye tusobola okulongosaamu embeera zaabwe. Tugenda kuba tulaba abo abakwatibwako abateekeddwa okuba nga balongoosa embeera zino eno. Tosubwa buli lwakuna n'omuweerezaawo Nixon Segawa.
Hello everyone, my name is Abdul Latif and I welcome you to the Hotline Show here at the Alternative Dig Talk as we discuss issues of national importance. Join us every Monday 7 to 9 p.m. and see who will be occupying these seats here with us. Keep it Dig Talk, real issues, real talk.
Hey Ugandans, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Dewa Kiki, the Deputy Defense Spokesperson and actually the Deputy Spokesperson for the Uganda People's Defense Forces. I was hosted on Alternative Dig Talk. I encourage all Ugandans that this is the way to go. Always watch, participate, give your views and ask questions on Alternative Dig Talk. Dig Talk, the way to go.
The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
From that short commercial break, and thank you of course for tuning in to the Alternative Dig Talk. The show is The Mighty Drive, airs every Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. we're always here and we promise to break down having a conversation with this country, and it is exactly what we are doing today. It is the 15th day of November, that is 2021, and of course I'm joined by a very beautiful woman. I've seen her before, and I think many of you have seen her before. If you have not seen her, you're not in the wrong place. You're in the right place. You're going to meet her today. She's very fun, and she's of course the youth leader at the Alliance for National Youth Coordinator at the Alliance for National Transformation. That is ANT. A very peculiar political party, not because it has purple, but because it also has a very, very intelligent brain. So welcome to the show, Miss Zerida Kakayi. How have you been?
You chucked me, eh? After here, we must have a fight.
We are going to talk about that.
Yeah.
And you promised me some things that you have not yet fulfilled even after now. I was telling you on the break.
The nation doesn't want to know.
Of course, welcome, Zerida.
Thank you.
Say hi to the viewers.
Good morning, viewers. I'm very, very privileged to be here. My name is Zerida Kakayi, the Deputy Youth Coordinator, Alliance for National Transformation. I'm very humbled to be invited here. Yes.
How was your last year? We were here, I think, last year.
Yes.
How has it been last year?
Good. We are doing community work, we are doing mobilization, we are doing soul searching, we are doing recovery from elections, we have been having petitions. So a lot of things are going on undercover. So
Okay. I think it is good to organize, and then later you can come up and, you know, show the people that we have this particular program.
So that means ANT is working.
It's
not just sitting.
My dear, you should come.
Many people bagamba bamanyi kwogera naye wasanga ku ground tebalika ba.
Nenda sebo je tuli.
Je muri mu kikola.
Tukikuba.
Okay. Kati twagala tunyonyole abakulaba awo bagala bamanyi ngo omanyi ulunaku oberawo omuntu akulaba omupya. Basaba obanyonyole who are you and what do you do in the ANT and your process of joining the ANT. How just tell them something about yourself.
Well, I'm Zerida Kakayi, as I said. I'm a deputy youth coordinator of the Alliance for National Transformation. Our symbol is a bulb. You know, we're a new party. I need to explain these things.
Yes, definitely.
And then our primary color is purple. Our presidential candidate was General Mugisha Muntu, Grek. Apparently, right now we are having an acting national coordinator because he resigned when he was going into the election. She's called Honorable Alice Alaso. She's the acting right now, though she's our deputy national coordinator. Well, we were formed in 2019. Some of us came from different political parties. Formerly, I was in FDC. I was the vice chairperson of the Youth League. Yes. And I've been there. Activism, feminist, I mean, those are my passions. So those are things that I live with. But apart from politics, I'm also a businesswoman. I'm a business coach. I'm having a company right now. It is called Broadway Credit. It does a lot of things. And we have been also doing a lot of community outreaches because when people are financially empowered, you expect independent minds, because that is one of the problems that we have faced as Ugandans, that when you have a poor population, it is hard for such a population to make sane decisions without being influenced. That's why you're hearing the Joyce Bagalas, the ministers saying so-and-so bribed so-and-so. Why would someone be bribed to vote for a leader? It is because of poverty. So if we address certain things, automatically democracy will become better. Yes. So those are the things that I look at, that we should try as much as possible, not only ANT, but other political parties. We should also devise means of how we could empower our population financially and also empower them with knowledge.
But do you think this impoverishment of many Ugandans, is it deliberate? Because many people have been saying it is deliberate in the system that we are in right now to keep people not financially empowered. Do you agree with them?
I partially agree with them. I will start by saying that, you see, whether it is ANT, or DP, or FDC, or NOP, or NRM, you as an individual must come up with your personal goals, with your personal targets, because it is very key for you to perform, to work, to become a productive population. Okay. So the only thing the government does is to give you an enabling environment to do that. Exactly. Kakati embere yo webateriwo je tugamba nti lwaki government tekoze kino. But sometimes government tegenda kujja mu buliri ogenda okola. You see, I want us to be rational nga tukola twogera bine.
Otandike embozi wetu n'abana Uganda batira nnyo okunyiga naye
ge mazima togenda keera ku macha ate naddala abavubuka banange. Let me talk about the youth. Banange nze mbeera mu community omuvubuka n'okeera n'ogenda mu pool. N'ozanya pool okuva ku macha ludo amatatu. You know, okuva ku macha paka lweggulo ne mubeera ku ka greens we bakayita akakoola n'ogaya akakoola ng'embuzi paka kiro. Sente ogenda zijjawa. Genda ko mu kkolero eriri okumpi. You know, me, I come from Nakawa. Nakawa has a lot of, factories, Genda yo bagaana okuwa omulimu naye nga gwogezezzaako ng'omuntu, because lwaki njagala okugamba kino, waliwo omwana wo alina okulya, gwe kennyini olina okwebeezaawo. Bw'oba tofunye mulimu ekigenda okuddako ye insecurity gye twogerako, kubanga olubuto lwo lubanja.
tebumanyi oba okoze oba tokoze ate bw'ova ku ka greens ziteeki zigenda kukuba you know because maybe in these ghettos these are the things they talk about mwana teeki zinkubye kati teeki bwe zikukuba ogenda kola ki bw'onoolaba n'akasimu kange okuba omutwe otwale akasimu
okafunemu emitwalo 3 era najjo giggwewo mu dakiika
so naffe ng'abantu bannange twebeereremu tugende tukole at least kigaane naye nga gwokoze ki ng'ogezezaako ne gavumenti naye eteekewo embeera abannayuganda gye basobola okukola ki okulaakulana because one we are talking about fuel if a litre of fuel can be at
650 now
exactly ekisooka transport wange okuva enaka ogenda mu kibuga okukola aba yeeyongedde ekintu kyengenda okula ku dduuka kigenda kuba kyeyongedde kubanga bakozesa amafuta okurunninga either generators or something like that oba n'okutransportinga these raw materials you know so fuel is an engine in the pricing of any economy kati waliwo ebintu bye tulina okufunako tax waivers you know kati saawa zino olaba buto half litre eri ku nnusu 14,500 n'osanga buto oyo jjukira omuvubuka akuba chapati kati ndowooza olaba kati wetuddenyeza gavumenti nti omusolo oguteekebwa ku buto mungi chapati omwana gye yandikubye ey'ebitaano n'afunako amagoba ga 10 ku lw'omusolo omungi oguli ku ŋŋaano ne buto agenda kufunako nusu 2 kakati oba omuzza mabega tulina otunuulira abaana ba booda kati amafuta bwe gaba geeyongedde ku lugendo lw'abadde agenda ofunako nusu 2,000 aba afunako nusu 5 so olina otunuulira sectors ezirimu abantu abangi naddala nga Uganda erina abavubuka abangi nti kati sector eno employing abavubuka bangi katuteekeko tax waivers ku bintu bino so that basobola okufuna ssente bwe bafuna ssente one they are going to have a saving culture but also bagenda kuba beekulaakulanya mu kwekulaakulanya naawe gavumenti oba ofuna omusolo
Okay. Ndoza mchala Zerida tugenda soka tuwumulireko katono nnyo because tugenda kwegatibwako mchala Nalongo Mwafrika but we're going to katsoka tugende for a short commercial break. When we come back together starting off the discussion on mchala Zerida badde akyaba ku magezi g'abavubuka mmwe kubanga naye alabika ng'omuvubuka she is a youth so abadde abanyonyolako bale tuve mu kakola tuve mu ludo tuve mu betting atuve bintu ebitagenda zimba gwanga ate naffe ng'abantu. Let's go in for a short commercial break. When we come back, Mr. Nalongo Mwafrika is joining us for the discussion.
Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. My name is Edgar Mathew Karuhanga. I've been joined by Miss Nalongo Mwafrika and of course Zerida Kakayi Zerida. Nayenga siraba kubanjula kansoke mbajjukiza Praise Property Consultants. Praise Property Consultants deals in everything land. You want to acquire land, you want to sell land, or you want to get land from all outskirts of this country or of this district, sorry, Kampala, you can actually just call them. The number is 0706 147 006, or you can just go to their office, that is Wandegea KCCA Market, level 2, room 128, and they will be able to actually serve you. Now let me delve into the discussion. Kansokenzi je w'omukyala Nalongo Mwafrika oluganda olumanyi
Essabo kutereyo
omumanyi wali oli muzungu
Nalongo era mpitibwa nnyo munnakenya but I'm an African erinnya lyange mu Africa era munnayuganda
tukwaniza ku Mighty Drive
nsanyuse nange olw'omukisa guno
obadde otya, how are you?
Ndi mbadde bulungi, mbadde mostly well, twebaza omutonzi nti bye tuyisamu si bitono. COVID bangi tebakimakinze byonna bye tubeeramu activism okulonda okubeera nti wooli ossa otambula personally nze nabaddeko ku miggo tolaba nti kati sirina kugulu kwa kusatu oba kwakuna so mbadde bulungi.
Wow. Kati omuntu akulaba omulundi gwe ogusooka ayagala okumanya omukyala Nalongo Mwafrika yani ate yatuka ki okuba nga afuuse mu Africa? Did you go global ffena otwerabira kati olwamiri Africa namba nga president wabula wasiiba agamba who is Nalongo Mwafrika?
Nalongo Mwafrika is first and foremost a woman, a mother, an educationist and an activist. A rights defender. I defend human rights. I see to the promotion and protection and furtherance of human rights of the people, not just in Uganda, but globally, I should say.
Wow. So that means there is a thin line between human rights defending and politics. In this setting, Uganda, because those things actually move along. Let me start off the discussion with, let's talk about political parties. And many people are saying that the political parties where Mrs. Zerida belongs, that is ANC, and other political parties in this country, mostly, especially the opposition, has failed and actually can never take power in this country. And many are saying that political parties have become a tool for people to get money, for people to enrich themselves. But it's just a cover, but there is no tangible work that is being done. Nana, I want to pick your mind on that.
Political parties, politics. Like you said, yes, we defend human rights. We may not get defined in parties or political positions and offices, but yes, we cannot distance ourselves from politics and political parties. Yes. Because from that, that's where the rights hinge. When politics is played for the people, when politics is for the people, there will be less abuse. There will be more enjoyment of human rights. Political parties in Uganda and the lamentations of Ugandans, the frustration of Ugandans, as you see it on social media, in the streets, everywhere, I would say that they have cause to feel that way. Okay. Political parties, for people to come out and say political parties have failed them, we the people should also take our responsibility. Before the political parties, what are we doing as individuals?
Okay. What do you mean by that? Because of I go out and vote.
I go out and vote.
And I do my part.
Because then, okuvaayo ne tuba nti tujja kunenya buli kiseera political parties, yes, they have responsibility okutulaga obutangaafu mu bye bakola, okutulaga obwerufu mu bye bakola, okutulaga nti bye basuubiza babiyimirirako. Yes. Look, for how many years now? We have the same president.
Yeah, 35.
35 counting. If that is said to someone, abantu bakijjemu engombo batandise otujiriga. Nze ntambulako mu mawanga agatwetoolodde. Wena Muganda, these guys are very tolerant. But look at the reasons why that happens. First and foremost, Uganda, tuli several countries ezitwetoolodde, governance issues and politics is for and by the people. Here politics has become for the gun, by the gun, result gun everywhere, force.
But I will tell you, I hold regular elections. Every 5 years, Uganda goes to the polls.
And yet we have come out to learn that the elections won't work, yet we insist, which one man recently said was foolishness. You see, in this life, we have we may categorize people into three places, three parts. You have the wise, the foolish, and the evil. How you deal with each of those. Everywhere, globally, there are people that are wise, there are people that are foolish in action. And I don't say that to mean that foolish comes off as an insult or an abuse.
Yes, yes.
If you are shown this is paper, it's white. And somebody comes and asks and you say it's green, you're either just stubborn or fooling around. So if as Ugandans we have practiced these things, we have gone into political parties and chanted things and arranged elections, how many times? 6, 7, how many? Since Museveni is president, how many elections have we gone for? And it hasn't worked. We must sit and think logically. Why isn't it working? What could work for us?
Okay.
How do we go about, do we keep doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results? Okay. No.
But the Constitution mandates that's the only way.
Categories of the people that we have on earth and how you deal with each of those.
Okay.
In the West, where most of us base, even people that belong to local political parties, they base there and they say, our rights, we are the greatest now, we are the... These people did not arrive at that part that you go to a street and protest and speak your mind just like that. They sacrificed.
It was a process.
The people whose quotes we go by today to come and chant slogans to support us in politics sacrificed a lot. Okay. They said these words and they meant every one of these words and they went in action upon those words. But here we come. Definitely Uganda is not just filled with wise people, they are also the foolish. So political parties and political players must learn. How do you go about a certain category of people? For the wise, you give feedback, you share knowledge, and they are receptive, and they are open to hearing that, and they are ready to adjust according to the advice.
Yes.
For the foolish, we know it all, we are young, we can't hear from the old. Even the Bible has told us.
No, you're throwing blows somewhere. According to the remarks.
Okay, let me neutralize it. Let me neutralize it. You talked about political parties. Political parties have Ugandans frustrated. Ugandans are visibly frustrated. Look at the road. The whole place is a mess. Sirens all over. Others want to pass faster than others. Yes. Government officials that should be serving us and giving the citizens priority want to move so fast on very narrow roads. There is sirens everywhere. Juzi nagamba abantu nti ekikujjukiza nti andi waffe ndi Uganda eka. Wewe en ambulance eno yamaje eno lead car akatogo
ono Brian White
olisi papa a chaotic environment.
Yes.
Tuganya okufuna feedback. Betukabira, tukaba human rights, they are violating our human rights in Uganda. Baetetenkanya ne balwanirira levels ebaliko.
Yes.
Nekati muna Uganda kugamba ime Brussels, na ime Washington, oba ku street London. We are tired, our rights. Where is your responsibility in this?
Okay, Nana, I would want to pause you from there. Ladies and gentlemen who are still watching us, I have these two ladies and we're talking about the political space of the opposition for the last full year because we have NUP as the leader of opposition right now in Parliament. And for the last full year, there have been a lot of political activities. But have they yielded results? And we are still talking about political parties. Many Ugandans are saying, these are not the rights that we're going to use to take power if we are to take power, that is in 2026. And of course, some have brought up the PFT, People's Front for Transition, led by the retired Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye, saying it's now time for the red card. I don't know if the red card will work, but we'll talk about that later on in the show. Ms. Zerida,
yes.
You've heard what she said, Nana, and she said a lot of things. Unaimu aba aunt, you're part of the political parties we're talking about. Many Ugandans bagamba, mutusibye mabega, muli mkubya mwe abalabagamba, you're in bed with the president. What do you take of all these things that have been said towards you?
Well, first of all, I feel hurt because the people that we are trying to advocate for.
Yes.
One, some of them do not even understand the struggle that we are in. Yes. Because the struggle we are in is a place where you are suffocated to organize, you are suffocated to speak, you are suffocated to mobilize. For example, this weekend, you saw what happened between NUP and the police.
Yes.
And then it
has not allowed to go to ballet
and Lira, yeah, yes, even Lira. So it is just like a movie, an action movie that we watch. But then if these political parties were given opportunity, the environment we operate in is something that we should also look at. Do we have an even, playground where we can all organize, where we can all speak, where we can all mobilize, so that the Ugandans take a choice of what is best for them? Do we have the same media space?
But do you think that is practical in a country like Uganda? I think
those are the things now we need to discuss. You see, because now hot charcoal is being thrown at the political parties that they are not doing enough, that they have not organized, they have not gone to the people, they have not.
They are finding jobs.
Yes, they are finding jobs.
You're mostly, it's like a job to be in the opposition of this country.
No, let me tell you something. The fact is, in all these political parties, we have people with different intentions. I cannot say that we do not have people who look for jobs. They are there. It is a fact. Even in the government, they are there. Yes. But there are people who are truly in the opposition, who want to see this country get transformed, who want to see this country get fairness, whether you're poor, whether you're rich, you have the same platform, and you can get fairness, where there is governance, where there is institutionalization. Because when you hear a president claiming that a certain board is illegal.
Yes, a whole Buganda land board.
I am a law student right now.
He's attacking an institution.
Yes, I'm a law student right now. I'm trying to get where he gets his mandate to say that.
He's the president.
No, he's the president, yes. But these roles have been clearly defined. Judiciary has its job, the parliament has its job, and the executive has its job. Okay. So, if he feels it is illegal, we should follow the system. But it should not be a certain branch of a political party to decide that it is illegal. It does not make sense. And issues of land, in Africa, bali bagamba, nti bwokwata ku mukazi n'ettaka omuntu asobola okutta. Si bwe kiri? It means those things are very sensitive.
Yes.
Tulina okufuna engeri gye tukonsultingamu abantu baffe. Is it true? System eriwe yettaka enyigiriza oba tenyigiriza?
Nagamba muno tebajja kwogera because bava mu sector mu region ye bajja
nedda sawa zino sawa zino tugendeko wano wansi just tuve mu studio. Buganda right now is mixed. Buganda erina amawanga mangi. Nze siri Muganda naye nsula mu Buganda as a region. This is a region of Buganda.
Yes.
Naye saawa zino wogenda wansi eyo n'olaba abantu abo. How do you consult them? We should get mechanism so that abantu tebafiiringa nga banyigiriziddwa. Bwe bakituufu Buganda Land Board ebanyigiriza erina ovaawo naye ebanyigiriza. Those are the things we should ask ourselves. Number 2, Buganda Land Board yatondebwawo etya kubanga eruddewo. Those are things that we should interrogate. So kyenjagala okuddayo ku political parties. Yes, political parties zirina weaknesses zaazo. Naye saagala tukwate bulangiti tubike emirimu emirungi kyezikoze.
Tulemeddwa getting in touch with reality.
N'ekirala wansi wano bannayinga bwe ngambye bweba abantu bakyali baavu, bweba abantu baweddemu essuubi, kubanga n'ekyo nakyo gye kiri, abantu baweddemu essuubi. Wali akugamba nze saagala kuwulira bya bululu, saagala kuwulira politics, saagala kuwulira ababyobufuzi mwantama. Lwaki? They are frustrated, they are hopeless.
Okay.
Kakati fenga political parties bwetuba tuwereddwa opportunity okubatuukako, that is how you restore hope. Era ekyo Mwami Museveni kyagezaako nnyo.
Zo political parties zikyakola.
Zisobola okukola.
There is wishing versus hoping.
That have taken power in the rest of Africa.
Yes.
None of them have used political parties. We've seen most of them using insurrections, coalitions, yes, things like that. And we're talking about the young people today. Do young people even know what political parties are supposed to really to really stand for before I bring in Nana Zerida?
But now, like in the 2021 elections, we saw a high number of young people participating in the elections. So it is just a matter of your strategy.
They came in for Chagula.
Yes, but he was in a political party. He's not an independent candidate. He came from a political party.
Yeah,
so
but he came on an independent basis, though he just surprised the whole world.
Yes, but they joined.
All of you, even.
No, they joined. Yeah, some of us bought
it. Yeah, but paid cash to acquire it.
Okay. We shall get the evidence
about
that.
Yeah, people paid cash.
We have.
Yes. So, like, the strategy of pulling these people is important. Strategy and also the message. But as I've told you, if they block your channel of communication, no one will understand what you stand for. Kyagulanyi came n'agamba abavubuka naffe tuwebereremu. Abavubuka nabo ne bavaayo ne bagamba okay, our own has done what? Has come. Okay. So it is a matter of strategy. And also, by the way, being selfless. The fact is, we need a coalition in Uganda. Because you find a political party having strength in a certain, sub-region or region in this country. So imagine these political parties came together and worked together. The only problem is, as opposition, we are so much concerned about who scores the goal. Like, for example, who becomes the president.
Yes.
It has become a big issue.
Who's the baddest man?
Who is the baddest? Now, right now, when I look at social media, honestly, my heart bleeds. You find a NUP supporter attacking PFT. You find a PFT supporter attacking NUP. Then you're like, okay, what?
And FDC has always been attacking NUP.
No, it is two-way. It's a two-way show, trust me.
If Nana, that's why she has been laughing. So let me bring her in the discussion. Nana, what has been making you to laugh? It feels like you don't believe that political parties can take power.
We have failed political parties. Thank you very much. A political party nga FDC burst all of us.
Yeah.
It burst this lady as an activist.
Yes.
You were an activist in FDC.
And I'm still.
Political parties birthed the spirit in everyone that we see standing up today.
Yes.
I think political parties like FDC birthed Honorable Chagula, once an honorable, always one. Birthed people like that. To go back and to completely say they haven't been helpful would be very unfortunate.
But are they still relevant in the politics today?
But are they getting in touch with reality? She is telling us they are not even allowed to speak to the people.
Yes.
You want to engage the people and you're not allowed. What works? When you get in reality with that, we are in a situation of hopelessness and
dismay, let's say.
People are frustrated.
Dismay,
it's hopelessness, whether you want to believe it or not. I told you can see it in the air, in the street. So if we refuse to get in touch with the reality, and gun rule, a country taken over by guns, ngatemwe abali muku yimba revolution, you don't have the guns. Look at what a revolution should be in perspective. Is a revolution just a blood pool running in the street and people shooting at each other? No, a revolution can be mindset. Yes, now that we are hopeless, hopelessness can be a big change motivator.
True.
Get hopeless and go for the only means of getting yourselves out of a situation. Political party emwera yavayo ne bagamba nti ffe twetabye mu kulonda emirundi n'emirundi tetugenze mu state house tetukyusizza byabufuzi mu ggwanga lino. well bayinza okuba babikyusiza mu mitima gy'abantu ti abantu tebakyayagala bwannakyemalira, but they have not been able to sit and exercise power.
But it's the same political parties that take part in the election.
And then every other year you have new political parties coming up. They come up as a movement. We had the people power. We were all very excited.
Yeah, it was a loose movement.
We were there. We had the feast. This feast is from long ago. Many activists have used this.
Yeah, yes. True.
Yeah,
in a hopeless situation as Uganda, you cannot diss activism. You cannot diss civil disobedience.
True.
You cannot get anywhere minus sitting and saying, is this what it is? Are we rounded up by the guns and cornered up in fear and stopped from talking to each other? Tetuyinza kutuula ku kimeeza ng'okwo n'okukola birthday n'embaga musooke mufune olukusa. Is that our reality today? Bwe mumala okweddamu nti that's a yes.
Which is a yes.
Can you come together and say no to that? That's what people power came to tell us. And we all had the feast. Banenga bakyala twetala mu Kampala muno twabeerako erukuli wano kabakubya abaana mu Arua n'enyimba ka rap ensesa zeewo mu Rasinde. It was a movement. It got us together.
Yes.
To our dismay, the movement we are calculating until for supremacy we must buy a political party. We must chap. There is a political party. And it's all not a bad thing. Maybe that's where the hope was. But you're leaving the people that you invited to a movement to stand together.
Before you go for a short commercial break, people are saying that you look like you don't like NUP, according to the messages they're sending here. Twagala NUP.
NUP. Nayagala NUP nze gwolaba. I volunteered. Nayagala NUP. Netandika okuvuma nagamba the ones that motivated me are FDC. They motivated her. They motivated the NUPians.
True.
They motivated almost every other activist we have here by telling us, look, tuyinza okuba nga twatandika ne Mwami Museveni. Naye ekkubo lye twadrawinga alivuddemu era tumuvuddeko ne tubakkiriza. And it's what they are still saying today. Naye nabo bali subdued by that gun. Bwe batumotivating ati muveeyo mugaane. Ffenna tuzze on board abato abakulu. Lwaki ndabika nga atayagala NUP? Kiri kye nkugambye. Tetulina okugetting at a point. If we are agreeing we are a frustrated, hopeless, tired people.
Yes.
How should I pretend that I like a friend with whom we hold hands like this? We hold hands. Okay. Look, brother, this is what it is. We are going to defy these injustices. We are going to refuse these injustices peacefully. We don't have the guns. Do you have the guns? No. Are you fighting gun rule?
Yes.
Yes. How do you do that? Is to stand and use the voice and your will. Why do I appear like I don't want people power? What have you called it? NUP. Nobody can keep, even if you are me, you do not sit and talk as people. I might not sit publicly with Chagulanyi or whoever, but as activists in the region, we have spoken, we speak, we get advice even from activists all over the region. You have to do this. It's a revolution. A revolution has never needed supremacy and
Miss
presidents
Nana,
and stuff.
that's where we're going to stop from. I have Miss Nalongo Mwafrika, and she's a very resilient activist and a human rights defender. And of course, Kakayi Zerida, she is the youth coordinator in the Alliance for National Transformation. We've been talking about the challenges that have been facing the politics of this country, which is including the political parties themselves, their problems that we are facing. But later on in the second hour of the show, we start looking at the solutions. And of course, before we go there, has NUP failed the opposition of this country? Many people are saying they have given President Museveni the best and most comfortable time of his career. But that and much more, we'll be talking about it in the next hour of the show. My name is Edgar Mathew Karuhanga. This is The Mighty Drive. Let's go in for a short commercial break. We come back.
Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Nze omubejja luwedde Lilian mbaniriza maka gaffe amajja era nga wano tugenda okuba nga tukolera programu yaffe emanyiddwa nga The Voltage. The Voltage gaba masannyalaze gennyini era nga twogera ku bintu eby'enjawulo omwo nno mwe muli ebigenda mu maaso mu ggwanga, ensonga z'ebyobufuzi n'obukulembeze bw'eggwanga Uganda, twogera ku nsonga ez'abavubuka, eddembe ly'obuntu awamu n'ebyenkulaakulana. Togisubwa buli lunaku olwokutaano eba ssaawa emu ey'akawungeezi paka ssaawa 3 ez'ekiro.
The Diaspora Link buli lwakuna ssaawa 11 paka ssaawa emu ey'olweggulo ye program gye tukuleetedde wano ku Alternative Digital Uganda. Tugenda batutunulira embeera z'Abannayuganda, baganda baffe, bannyinaffe zibawangaaliramu mu mawanga ag'ebunaayira. Bangi banyigirizibwa, bangi bakosebwa, bangi bayisiddwamu amaaso. Naye tugenda batutunulira engeri gye tusobola okulongosaamu embeera zaabwe. Tugenda kuba tulaba abo abakwatibwako abateekeddwa okuba nga balongoosa embeera zino eno. Tosubwa buli lwakuna n'omuweerezaawo Nixon Segawa.
Hello everyone, my name is Abdul Latif and I welcome you to the Hotline Show here at the Alternative Dig Talk as we discuss issues of national importance. Join us every Monday 7 to 9 p.m. and see who will be occupying these seats here with us. Keep it Dig Talk, real issues, real talk.
You have got to get up pretty early to go do something. We are the Alternative Dig Talk. With our mobile studios, we are redefining TV presentation just as technology is setting the pace. We are blending our approach with fresh, perspectively designed breakfast show, The Mighty Drive, informative and entertainment show, exclusive and live interviews.
President Museveni wadde juzi namulaba apima akawunga kilo 2 tasobola kalya nini bwaba alya kilo 5 oyannema okuliisa eggwanga ne bwe limundekera.
Njagala kwebaza the Alternative Digital etuwadde kano ka Mighty Drive era n'abatuwuliriza bonna abali ku mikutu njagala basaba mugendo maaso n'okuwuliriza.
All given to you just a click away on your phone, tablet, laptop and smart TVs as we are streaming live on our social media platforms, on the road and on the go. We are the Alternative Dig Talk.
The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Past 8 a.m. and both of them are behind the scenes. Sometimes you wish you would join us, but nevertheless you will join us later on the show. My name is Karuhanga, Edgar Mathew. I am with two ladies. One is Nalongo Mwafrika. She is an activist and a human rights defender. The other is a lady from the Alliance for National Transformation. That is the youth coordinator, Miss Zerida Kakayi. And we've been talking about a couple of things. But remember, we're proudly powered by Praise Property Consultants. They deal in everything land. You want to acquire land, you want to sell land, and you want to buy land at all roads that lead out of this, Kampala district. That is Michiana Road, Gayaza Road, we have Bombo Road, and the rest of, roads that lead out of this country. They have affordable plots of land and affordable houses at, very, very affordable and friendly prices. So call them right now. The number is 0706 147 006 or 0783 129313. That is Praise Property Consultants for you. And then you can also call in live in our studios. The number is 0789017145 or 0759132310. You'll call in and then talk to Kakayi or talk to Nalongo Mwafrika, and they will tell you more about anything you would want to find out. Now, lastly, we have the Hotline Show. Hotline Show is there every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. and it's proudly hosted by Mr. Comrade Tiff. That is Abdal Tiff. He's always there. And today, he has very, very interesting. We have Honorable Bakyazidwa. He will be here, and he's from Jema, and he has been part of the National Unity Platform, but he's no longer there, I think. Yeah, so he will have Bakyazidwa here. We're going to have Joseph Kabuleta. He was once a presidential candidate in this country in the last polls. And he was speaking about economic empowerment. He's going to be here as well, and we're going to be talking about that. And very, very many more people will be coming on the Hotline Show. So today, 7 p.m., feel free to make a date with us at the Alternative Uganda. That is the page. It's on Facebook and on YouTube, and we are always there. And we promise that we are serving Uganda and we're redefining the social media narrative in this country. And it is exactly that we are doing. Thank you, everybody who's tuned in. I'm going to be reading your messages later on because there are very, very many messages and very, very interesting, discussions and points of view from you people. And I'll make sure I usher your questions or your remarks to the ladies in studio today. I think let me start with Zerida. And Zerida, I want to put you on the spot. Opposition, NUP is the leading opposition in this country. Many Ugandans are saying that NUP abalimba. Abantu basinga bagamba NUP kati yadda mu mbaga ebyali ebyomu ntebe enaku zino bijja kabina ebyakoma bagamba abala bagamba bali masali abagamba they are politically bankrupt, and many people are saying that they have given President Museveni the best sleep, that he has been comfortable, they have not checked him. Zerida, I want to pick your mind on this. Do you agree that your fellow opposition members have actually failed?
Wow.
Let me not choose the word failed because they are continuing. They have not yet achieved what they set out to achieve.
Well, it is too early to preempt. They swore in, I think, in May. It's just about 5-6 months. We should give people a benefit of doubt.
Okay.
The only challenge I see is that as opposition, we are losing focus, because when PFT was initiated, I think a few weeks ago,
yes,
I realized that there are people who are fighting for space or supremacy within the opposition. Now, Zerida will be very happy if she's a nobody in a good government than being a youth coordinator in an opposition party. Because when I have a government that works for everybody, that is what matters to me. I'm actually speaking as a common Ugandan, not as a politician. Omuna Uganda wa wansi ayagala kulaba ddagala mu ddwaliro nga bw'atuukayo tebagenda musaba ssente. Ayagala kulaba ekkuba eddungi nti bw'anaatambula tagenda kukoona mugongo gwe, tagenda funa jaamu, tagenda wulya siren nga nana bw'agambye buli kaseera wi Zerida ayiseewo, wi Edgar ayiseewo. Kitegeera a Uganda that works for everybody. Nti Zerida bw'anaasoma, she's a daughter of a peasant. Oli atunze, where I come from, batunda nnyo amatooke, atunze amatooke n'emmwanyi. N'asomesa Zerida, n'afuna degree, asobola okufuna omulimu ku lwa competency ye, ku bumanyirivu bw'akoze ki bw'afunye, si lwakuba nti mwana wa gundi, kubanga abaana ba gundi batono. And that we are trying to break social classes mu Uganda, nti waliwo abaana n'agaana. The social justice, nti ekolera buli omu, bw'ogenda mu kooti, osobola okuwulirizibwa ne basala omusango mu mazima n'obuki n'obwenkanya. That's what a Ugandan wants. So nze government yonna esobola okukola ekyo, setaaga kujja kutuula wano ntandika okujoogerera.
nja kuba engalo ngambe gende mu maaso
ng'ekoze
omulimu omutuufu.
But remember your opposition mulina okubanga mwaba checking
era ebyo byennyini
naye mugichecking
ezo empagi ze tuyimiriddeko naye nga bwe nkugambye nti system yaffe saawa zino actually we are drifting tugenda in a failed state bwe tuba tetwatuukayo dda. I want to be polite.
I want to disagree with you.
No, I want
bwetuba.
2 years of no education.
Bwetuba.
But that was a global problem.
Fine. By the way, in Uganda, we are the longest country, as in we are the people who have closed schools the longest period.
The whole world.
Abana baffe bafuuse nga ffe. My son is now literally, he's 9, naye atuuka wa.
The girls are making fellow children.
Abaana abato nabo bazadde abaana abato. You know, abaana abato bafunye infections, bafunye HIV. These are things we are not looking at.
Neither we are not looking at those things. We are looking mostly about those that have got pregnant.
No.
But we are not looking at the people who are infected.
The moral fabric.
Yes.
Okitegeera. Kubanga eggwanga lyonna litambulira ku mpisa. Bwe mulaba sijja muwandulira malusu. You know, those are the things, those soft values are the things that take a country far places. Si bizimbe, bino ebikaluba si bye bitwala ensi mu maaso. So what I'm trying to say is that, one, as opposition, I don't want to say nope as nope. Because
has nope checked the government?
Nope, one, erina ba politician, abasooka abapya bangi. Tolina okumanya. Bannange tukkirize. Experience eno nkulu Edgar mbadde mu opposition for 11 years. Kakati tosobola kunkomparinga ku muntu eyazejjo.
Najja mu wave
webale nnyo. Ate wali abamanyi nti kyavugira wa.
Kyabikiddewa.
Sagala tunenye NUP as a party.
Yes.
Naye we have individuals in NUP abali banoonya ebifo. Mu kunoonya ebifo bwe baabifuna nti kambere ku kamera Edgar ndabe ampa akalulu. They did not have a motivation inti bananga omwala guno. You know me, I come from Nakawa where I stay just like 300 meters from my home waliyo omwala. That omwala ogwo gu connecting paka mu Lake Victoria. But let me tell you, actually when I speak about this I feel like the last time I think the interview you had with me in the elections we were at that mwala. Omwala ogwo gutwala abaana buli nkuba weetonya. Kids die in that trench. Now, we have people who are like, okay, mukesi siye bafuna sente mmeka. Where is it? Kakati, pate chi esobola okumpisaawo. No. Nagenda nafuna ticket. But they are not going to these positions to serve the interest of the people. Bagenzeeyo kufuna mirimu. Chovola banti activism ya NUP abantu abamu banayisagala tutwale we generalize this thing kubanga we shall be unfair to certain people. Waliwo abantu mu butuufu mu NUP nga baagala eggwanga lino likyuke. Naye waliyo n'abala ate si mu NUP yokka ne mu ANT ne mu FDC buli wamu tubalina. As she said there are 3 categories. Kati also naffe mu politics tulina categories. Nti waliyo ba opportunists nti era gw'olaba enkya leero atudde ali mu FDC enkeera ze mu NRM.
Olona eyava mu TDA akaze mu NUP atakati azeyo mu PFB.
Webale nnyo. Ne kati nedda waliyo okukyusa within the opposition. It is understandable. Naye gwe bw'ova mu kibiina kya opposition n'oyingira NRM. Njagala ombuulire.
Ate bade mind that is what is understandable. Because because we know when you cross you get money. Let's just be realistic.
Ati kati kyembuuza.
Ogeze kusavinga family yo nawe obulamu bwo.
Ati kakati awo
on a losing team.
Kakati awo Edgar
mu Liverpool.
Kati eyo ye opportunism gye njogeddeko. Nti ogenzeeyo si lwa birungi bye bakola. Naye ogenzeeyo lwa ssente. The same with the political positions. There are people who attain political positions
in a minute
to influence, to influence policy, to influence obulamu bw'abantu okubeera obulungi. Ne wabaawo abagendayo lwaki lwa ssente. Kakati they are leaders really banaye kankyogere nga ntunudde ne mu kamera. Ne mufuna obwa MP, ne mufuna obwa kansala, ne mufuna byonna bye mwafuna. Si munupu muka naye abasinga era bavaeyo. Ennaku zammwe 10 ezisooka nkankyogere ne mu lulimi lunnansi abantu bantegeere bulungi. Ennaku zammwe ezisooka 10 n'otandika okupostinga baby shower no posting a birthday, no posting embaga. Ng'omuna Uganda yafiirwa omwana we.
Activists gwe wali naye akyalina mu kkomera.
Njogera activist nze nali nemaddeko bankuba omukazi afiiriddwa omwana we, omwana bamusibye mu kkomera mu kifo ky'okunoonya team of lawyers bagende bagyeyo abaana be basiba mu bululu. Muli mu baby shower.
Zerida akasoke kukomya. Zerida akasoke tukomya Nana. You're hearing what Zerida is saying, and she's saying bali mumbaga.
Era byayogera binkwatidde ddala omubabiro nange.
Tuli mu baby showers. Tuli mu masape we bangamba. But at the end of the day, these people are human beings. Are they mandated or are they allowed to enjoy their life for once?
And as a rights defender, yes, there is a right for everybody to enjoy their lives.
All of you enjoy your lives, right?
Naye tuteekeddwa okujjukira nti when you stand and promise people certain things, n'ovaayo nti nze nzize mbakulemberemu tukyuse embeera eno etunyigiriza, waliwo responsibilities z'otakinga without even knowing. Responsibilities oluusi ziyinza n'okukwendeeza, ziyinza okukendeeza ku rights zo ez'okwenjoyinga buli kiseera. Kyova olaba omusawo alongoosa oba abantu urologist ng'oyo oyinza okwesanga tayinza kucakala nga DJ mu disco bw'ayinza kucakala because he has to prepare. Enda kulongoosa omuntu obwongo depending on responsibility gy'olina, responsibility kyogenzeemu, the responsibility you get from what you decide, I'm going to do this. I'm an activist. Abantu abasinga, politicians abasinga, they pose as activists in the start. And maybe they are really activists. Na spirit gye tulina as activists, we work for the betterment of everyone's situation. Naye activist bw'amala okukibeeramu n'asalawo nti kati kangende mu politics. Teguba musango n'akatono. Because rights zetu kowolera, the rights we call to be defended and supported, they hinge on good governance, good politics that works for the people. So tetuyinza be separating nnyo. So oli bw'aba avuddeyo nti mbadde activist. Era ba politician baffe abasinga bonna ogenda obatunulamu abaana bonna bali mu si buli ali mu parliament by the way to politician. Others are job seekers like we said it, and it's not bad to look for a job. But when you do the job, let that job serve other people along the way. You do not become so selfish. Yes, balina right ekola baby shower, balina nze ekyo sikiremeranga nako. I've never even been very vocal on that, but bwempulira abakyogera mu butale gye tuyitayita nti abaana obalaba batisa abaana baffe naye twawulidde simanya ali Dubai, simanya balinayo ki, kiina engeri gye kiruma as a leader. Much as you must go to Dubai, Washington, waliwo by'otalina kulaga bantu. Waliwo omukyala munnange yaŋŋamba twafuna n'obutakkaanya ku kintu ekyo kyekimu nga nti ye omuntu agambye abantu nti muveeyo twejje mu mbeera eno oluva mu kalulwa pa mbo bamusondedde gundi amadika nagamba nane eyo nsobi y'amaanyi amadika ne baba gisonze. Let it not be a public thing to talk about. Amadika egendamu abantu bameka, egendamu ba activists bameka, egendamu family meka, kyo ne tukivaako. Ezino debate zaffe nga ba activists nti naye olaba abaana ne bayingira parliament bangi abazibu first timers n'atabeerangako out of activism nti bayimirira ne tubalengera mwana oli akola bulungi ne baba waki obululu ne bayingira parliament. Immediately they want to diss activism. Bakulaga nti Kosase alone is enough to curb the corruption in Uganda.
But okay.
Kosase yakakwata abantu bameka ababonerezeddwa. Kosase baddewo abudukatuntu baani tubalabye abantu nga babakaza ne bamyuka amaaso ne bakabanoka. Kakati Sanyo yayingidde parliament as an activist gwe bayuliza n'empale because they all exercised activism. Tuli ba revolution empale ziyulise, but we must go on. Okugenda okugetinga nominated tebagendera mu suuti enjulifu. Lwaki nti bwayingira parliament ayagala suuti ebenge etukula nnyo. Kamana akaleekaanira bali nti abaana tebasomaka activist. Ebyo we can't continue with this strategy.
Mubuuze ask Nana what happened what happened with her support to NUP?
What happened to, and I will be very direct. A time comes, bwetuba nga tuli bakwejja mu kizibu, a time comes w'ofunvubira. I like to use the example of giving birth. A time comes w'omanya nti n'omusawo akuyimiridde mu maaso takutaasa if you don't help yourself.
Yes.
A time has come that Ugandans tufunvubire, twambiane ukweli, tubuliragana amazima, tugambera n'amazima. Obwire bwahika obugambera n'amazima nkureba mu misho Lewis Rubongoya, nkureba mu misho n'ohogo Ssenyonyi Nyankore n'orumanya, mwami Kyagulanyi oli Wambogo, essaawa ezze tutunulegane mu maaso mummunye. Nkubuuze nti naye ddamu ekibuuzo kye, ddamu konsaani ye, giddemu nfumitire ddala awo.
Agambye antinoonya wano message. Agambye ask Nana what happened with her support to NUP.
My support to people power, even before NUP was birthed, cost me a womb. Naye olwaleero bwe ngezaako okuwabula ne mbuuza ba activist bannange wano tutuuse ku kiwali kino naye gwe olabika nga atakyatwagira omuntu atakwagala akuwabula. Twabagamba tomuwulira ayogera n'olunyankayo, tomuwulira atabula ennimi, twabagamba oyo waabwe abakazi babasasula bali ku ssente. I lost a lot financially, body wise. Nagamba namalo emyaka close to ebiri nga ntambulira ku muggo. I have a little child that arrived earlier than time. Why? Kyagulanyi ayima gyayime n'atugamba nti buli omukola ky'osobola nga bamusibidde waka bamuganye oku performing ebusaabala. As an activist, I called on people on Facebook. I called on fellow women. I said, police brutality must end. It ends with our action and speaking up. I made an appointment to see the IGP. I was given a time. I arrived there and I nearly got killed. And the whole fuss began when, but what are you here for? But I found deployment there. For example, police he's a legislator who has the right to reach his people. The moment the word Kyagulanyi got out of my mouth, they pounced. I was stung. Tetujja kuddamu eyo history. But history helps you to get you to. Lwaki amanyi gange ne NUP ne people power agalabika nga agadwindolinze. Amanyi tegadwindolinze singa nzigweddemu amaanyi. Singa ntuula ne kinnyigira muli. Naye bwe mpulira bye mpulidde era ne observinga. Nti kati Kebbi bw'ayise red front biki boogereganye nze nabuuze wiiki nga 5 emabega. Ne mbuuza. Baganda bange tuli ku ki kyennyini ne bategeera. Ne babaako omubaka gwe bampeereza mu bo NUP. Even when I don't go to Kamucha, they know it. That I love what they are doing for us to get somewhere. If this say nacharinga, Kebbi na motivating okuba activist, well, maybe I'm a born, but ebintu bye bigambo bye. Abamwera ne banneekengereyo omukazi ono. Kati wa people power ne bagamba, you know. Era mbadde nnyo mu ntaleezo z'okuba nti, tetukola bwe tuti, ono tumuleete. Okwagala kwange NUP kulaze, wankyayagala NUP. Nkyayagala munnayuganda ayogera enkyukakyuuka. Ekirabika ng'ekintabudde, era ekitabudde bannayuganda kubanza bye njogera tebibeera byange nzekka. Ngenda arriving at this, I had several posts even yesterday, all week, 5 weeks ago, when somebody came to speak to me, a concerned NUP. I don't want to make mention names.
Yes.
But what people? The Ugandans, including me. Era nga tutandisa abantu batubuuza naye nana abaana mubalaba bannabwe bakyali mu makomera waliwo abaana activists bennyini be baata mu makomera and they have fled for safety bali eyo ne bangamba Nalongo gwotera okuba n'abakyala abakazi baffe twabeera mu makomera abalala ne bano babala ne babagoba mu buzigo ani atuyambye ne bagaka naye engage your women MPs abali newly elected tebyapate munnange nemanya nti waliwo obuzibu byapate balina be basoosowazaako era nga bategeeza ndowooza bano be bali mu kukolera embaga
muntu yakava mu kkomera
omukyala we yasanga yadda wannyina n'obwana olw'okutya okungi because authoritarian governments in truth zo zifunvubira nnyo ku oyo individual avuddeyo ne yeegatta kwani ku Kyagulanyi nti Kyagulanyi ate Satan never ajja kuba ne protection because we know him, we follow him, bwaba wekimutuuka kutukimanyi. Activist akamweyungirako wali ebwayise paka emagere ne bakalaba ne bakanoonyereza nti kaako bye tuyitamu ffe obuwuka bye tuyitamu obuwuka obutonotono ne bakwataako ne banyigaako ne badiscouraging akalala kandikoze eki yes okwagala kwange NUP kulazeewa tekunnavaawo singa kuvuddewo I have the means to pack a bag and live wherever I can work in this world.
What should they do now as NUP to become a better opposition party?
NUP,
in fact, they are the leader of opposition in this
country. My advice, look at situations realistically. Get in touch with the reality. Kebbi bwe yatugamba nti akakonge n'endaga muntu tebigenda kujja nakyemalira mu ntebe. Twafunamu akakunkuna tugamba gwenga wakigezaako katukigezeeko yabaleka tukigezezaako tukirabye nti kiganye nti era just n'okukirowoozaako tekujja kukkirizibwa. What do I advise? To sense what is really going on around us. Learn to see dangers as the dangers they are. Look at dangers realistically. Danger y'okuba nti sente zijja mu ggwanga nti za kumanaginga COVID endala neewole nezigenda mu nsawo z'abantu nti ne tuvaayo ne tukibuuzaako sente zandibadde zisobozesa abaana okubanga bakyasomera ewaka homestead biki ezandiguze ebitanda zaalagawa ne banoonya publicly speaker wa Ministry of Health n'aduumira nti security tuba guidinze waliwo akabondo kalabika kali politically motivated katusumbuwa kavuma abakulu ne batuma abantu ne bakwata ba activists olwokuba balabirikira ku pressa nange nga tubuuza nti ddala mbizibu bye tulimu pick up empyakapyata ze zisaanye okugulibwa mu ssente abantu ze basonda tuyambeko mu ngeri ya COVID zo bwe ziba zaagulibwa ziriwa ziyambyani nti ba MP abazze mulondeddwa abantu babataddemu obwesige nti ddala ennaku ezisooka nkaaga mu parliament kigasa abantu abangi okuba nti you're taking SUVs of 300 plus million. Had you ever earned 300 plus out of your own strength?
In one day?
I'm an entrepreneur and a businesswoman.
Actually,
have you ever?
You know, on the issue of vehicles, what killed my mind was that there is nobody, even in the opposition, who opposed that money.
Nobody. Abakyopposinga abaana aboolubatu ba activists betwatuula nabo twakola kabondo ne tugamba let's stand against COVID injustice. Nga tebalina tewali alina position munupu tewali lay activists who believe in the common good. Nti bwe kiba ekirungi wano nejjajja mukyala ajja kufunamu babakwata ne babasiba. There are very few politicians who came out to trace for those boys.
Okay.
NUP okwagala kwayo kunvuddemu tekunnanvaamu saawa ya kubuliragana mazima ni masaa za kwambiana ukweli.
Awo wenyini wetuba tukoma. Eddakiika ziri 27 ezakaita ku ssaawa 2 ez'okumakya. Okyali ku program The Mighty Drive. Amanyaze Edgar tulina omukyala akulembera wa youth coordinator mu Alliance for National Transformation Kakayi Zerida ne human rights defender Miss Nalongo Mwafrika naye waliwo natwegaseko. Twogera ku nsonga nyingi ndoza ye time kuba ku masimu because the number is 0789017145 mu aba Airtel and number is 0759132310 ne number ku page yafe kweziri mukuwesimu mubuze ku bachala bano mbabuze kino kye mwagala okubabuuza bajja kubanga babaddamu ndoza ku nsonga eyo katuyingizeewo People's Front for Transition kino nno kyekisinde ekipya ekyagunjibwako mu ggwanga lino Uganda okubanga kigenda ku hostinga dictator Museveni nga bwe bamuyita by 2026 bwagamba even before that they will have been able to take power from the dictator Museveni. The question is, what is so special about PFT that the other coalitions have failed to get, other pressure groups, what people power failed to get? How exactly is the PFT going to get this? Kantandike n'omukyala okuva mu kibinja ekikyagaanye okwegatta ku PFT. Zerida mukyagaanye.
Tetunagaana.
Okay, mwegaseewo.
Nedda.
Muchagani.
They want to be the baddest men.
NUP Chagani, Alliance for National Transformation. Why have we failed to get a united opposition? And what is wrong with PFT that makes an ANT not want to join?
Twatandika ne IPC. Wenzijukira obulungi kale we natandika okutegeera sagala njogerere abalala.
Yes.
Twatandika ne IPC. Ne tugenda mu 4GC. Ne tugenda
olwo ne TDA yaliwaawo wakati.
TDA yazze wano
2015.
Nakati saawa zino tulina.
Hello.
Oh, waliwo atukubira. Yes, good morning. Welcome to the drive.
Thank you, Edgar Zerida and Nana.
Yes, please.
Guys, ebintu bya opposition bikwata n'obusuubu naye abaganda bagamba kiro eryokanga neetonnya ne mulaba ensisira bwezenkanya emyoyo. To be honest,
sikuwulira oba osobola okuddamu n'okuba essimu. Ojja kuddamu otukubireko amanya go tuwali tugafunye naye ojja kuddamu otukubireko otubuulire kubanga network etuuse nga tetukyakuwulira tubadde tukyalinawo.
So one of the things that made all these coalitions fail bintu bibiri. Obutegamba mazima. Ekikulu nnyo ekyo. Ekirala obuteyambula obwagazi bw'omuntu. Let me kanchiteeke mu Luzungu. Like you refusing to undress your desire. Choyagala mu byobufuzi. Ng'omuntu at a personal level, you know you have personal goals and organizational goals.
Is it abambi by the way?
Kirungi by the way. Kubanga omuntu atalina ambition abanga mulabo. Olina okuba na ambition naye olina okuteminga appetite yo. Appetite yo bweyitirira ate olinnya ku balala. Then ekyokusatu mutual respect. Ekintu ekyo kitono naye kikulu mu coalitions because waliyo abantu abajja mu coalition nga batono their grouping is small naye nga mwe muli by majority kati bwe mubanga temukwatagana buki bwotazaamu kitiibwa bano abatono bayinza okuba ne contribution yaabwe ate ne bakweyawulako. So it is a two-way traffic. Kakati coalitions ezo ne zibeera nga zifeiringa n'ekyokola
akubye. Yes, katukuwulira sebo.
Yeah, sorry, the phone went off. I was here. I was saying,
yes, sir.
That Baganda have that saying, "Eriokanga neetonya." Ola byekisira bwezenkanya emyoyo.
Yes, sir.
So basically, nzijukira bulungi. I've been following all of these things and the sequence of events, especially with the NOP and the entire opposition. One of the things that we should consider is to accept that Ugandans haven't understood the whole concept of political parties, because that is why for me I contested in 2011 and I remember you could get some votes here and then your presidential candidate now kusinga atuwa muno muwangula nengo muntu webuuza why would someone who believes in the ideology of FDC vote wano mululu nkaaga parliamentary candidate ate bululu kinana presidential candidate? It means everything. Secondly, and this is my opinion, maybe Nana might also add on Zerida. Your gentleman, he was excited. I am sorry to use the word. So he was into this hurried thing, excitement. You remember the attacks are here, castigating Dr. SJ. You can't tell us here you contest for 4 times and you say there is no democracy. Democracy works. Has it worked? Nana, maybe you'll have to tell us. Has the democracy then worked? Because chaliwo kanjigiro katolimirwa chaliwo tugamba simanga abaina katengo. So I think he wasn't honest. Ate nekirala ekyali obuzibu nti ne hurried decision y'okulangira. When you hurriedly make a decision and nzija kuba president kyaziba emiwaata gyonna egyali badde gireetawo candidate y'omu aba opposition, because ne mutima omulungi ne byandibadde nga asobodde okusteppinga down for any other experienced candidate nga tenda bagamba experience is very key. Trust me, you bandigambye mbu yalya kati yali alina ekigwamu ng'akiguddemu ng'ate kyalina kyakikolera nenga lwagamba yali atumbira mu bbanga naye kanashuwayo nga tewali ground. Finally we all know nti eno wave, and this is a personal opinion, and akasungwira keŋŋamba nga always that this is unjustifiable anger ekwetera obuzibu. Kyobola baatuleetera ba MPs abo nga bw'obalaba, batuleetera bakansala nga bw'obalaba. You get kugamba ensi n'ekusobera abantu bajjanga n'azibiriza ndowooza nga balina n'obubonero ng'amanya eno ambulera kagwiramu eyo, which isn't taking our country forward. even when you have anger, it must be guided anger. Guided anger. Anger shouldn't close your eyes. Tukoye. Telling me, imagine if these people had taken government. Look at them. I think that baby shower, there is a problem, a fundamental problem, and this goes with mentoring people. I am glad for some political parties that have mentored young people, and they are known. So there should be time for a drawing board to mentor young people into leadership and governance, not simply excitement. We talked about this thing in 2014 when we stormed the parliament with the 2 yellow piglets against the vehicles. Try to million plus. Tell your opposition, tell your government, just disgusting. May God bless you.
Okay. Obusajja balina obusungu bungi bannange ndoza obuwulira ate bonna buli guided
obusungu buyina okukozesebwa constructively. Nti obusungu bwe bunkwatanga nnana basibidde Kyagulanyi ewuwe lwaki sigenze ku poliisi kasuka mayinja nkutte constitution yange kopi yaayo ngenze mbuuza EGP mandate ya poliisi yeriwa mulimu okugira legislator okwogera eri abantu constructive anger. Obusungu bwe bunkwata todda ku nnana aludde nga kyaliiwo mukazi oyo kakati yalidde. No, constructive use of how we feel about our frustrations.
Okay, I want to thank Mr. Sabiti Joseph. Sabiti Joseph is the press secretary to the deputy spokesperson, deputy speaker of the Ugandan Parliament. Ali mukutula esawa zino asindise wano comment nagamba mwebale kuweereza. Thank you Sabiti Joseph for watching. Zerida obadde omaliza nenga obadde tuna address nga kibuuzo kyange
badde sinnabatandika
nenga oli mu kiplayinga
nedda ensonga eriwo tetuganye but it is very bad okuyingira mu kintu nga mu butuufu omutima gwo tegukola ki teguliyo. Personally njagala I want a disclaimer kubanga I'm not the spokesperson of my party.
Yes, you are speaking as
an individual. Inze kyenjagala okugamba Abannayuganda bwe wabaawo effort yonna ey'okuggyako nakyemalira naddala Abaganda bange aba opposition and the leaders, because these leaders have followers, nsaba tuleme butakifrustratinga kubanga bw'ogamba nti PFT is in bed with Museveni bambi omuntu wa wansi abadde agenda okijoyininga omumalamu amaanyi naye nga gwate amazima gali nti si kyotegeeza gwe kyotegeeza oyagala abantu bagano kigoberera kubanga oyagala kubeera leader of opposition gw'ofune emmotoka ofune benefits ngeza prime minister naye ng'omunayuganda wansi awo akola ki abonaabona
ate nga gwe muli mu kuyamba
so nze nkunga abantu nga activist era nange ng'omuntu tekijja kuŋŋaana okuyambako PFT. By the way, they gave me their red cards. Nenzitwale nakaweeyo gye mbeera mu bantu bange ne mbagamba bannange kino kyekiriwo era ne Kyagulanyi bw'aleeta effort nga yakuggyako omuki nakyemalira kubanga buli omuti w'ogutema guba gukola ki gunafuwa ogenda okulaba nga stem ogenda otunula ng'egwa. Kakati nze kyenjagala saagala twerumerume because of our selfish ambitions. Njagala tutunuulire the bigger picture. Fe abamu twajoininga struggle eno nga tuli baana bato. Me I joined when I was 18 years. When I joined twajoininga mu time ya walk to work. Some of us ne tutambula ne batukuba. Nze Edgar sirina police gye sitamanyi Kampala. Nalimba deke luzire emyezi egi 3. Bankuba nengende eggulu ne bansuula eggulu eyo bali bayitawo where I'm even forgetting the bridge when you're going to Kitugum. Nemala emyaka 2 ng'omugongo mufu nga ntambuza miggo era bwe ndaba nana ayogera ku miggo I understand what she went through. Amaaso gange right now they are squinted. I have a vision issue which I have no lens naye nga bye bankuba sibitegeera. So some of us have sacrificed a lot. Twasoma naye ne tugamba no, we are not going to join the corporate world. Let's be the 1 inches. Kubanga omwana bw'oba osomye, there is a way you influence the thinking of a common man. Nogamba omanyi banaye embeera kati yeeganye kubanga jjajja bw'otuuka mu kyalo ayinza obutategeera eby'omusolo naye bw'omunnyonnyola gwagenze abwanguseeko ategeera nti bulijjo nnyigirizibwa kyogamba nandibadde mu mbeera bwe omubuusa so nze kyenjagala ogamba baganda bange mu opposition saawa zino mwami Kyagulanyi tannatuwa pulaani B entuufu ge mazima naye alina advantage emu tulina platform ya parliament those committees they can use them as a front. Parliament can be a front okulwana netulwanira mu parliament mujjukira leadership ya Winnie Chiza honorable Winnie Chiza bwe yakikola fine tetwawangula naye waliwo embeera de bagamba Uganda waliwo ekitatambula bulungi kyategeerekeka so finally just 30 seconds nsaba bwe wabaawo initiative yonna ne bweba ANT nga yegireese era nze abakulembeze bange nja bagamba bwe tumala okwekaanya bulungi ne tulaba nga PFT etambula let's leave our personal differences. By the way, omanyi struggle buli weerwawo mutandika n'okwekosanga abantu because sometimes muba n'ebintu bye mubeeramu. There is a reason why I left FDC but it does not stop me from supporting an effort of FDC. So nsaba tusooke tuzze ebintu byaffe emabega mu bukuku mu bubaaga tulabe ensonga z'Abannayuganda ezibaluma tusindike ekintu bwe tunaamala okujjawo nakyemalira we shall sort ourselves personally naye ng'eggwanga literedde kyekisinga obukulu.
Nana omukyalo omulidde ebyayogedde naye njagala I want to pick your mind. Do you think PFT is going to achieve what other coalitions and other pressure groups have failed to achieve in the last 35 years? That is to take power in
absolutely yes. I do think that when people come to a realization abarunning emyaka abiri tebagenze mu State House abarunning emyaka emeka since the Kyagulanyi few years in State House tebagenze yes and they have realized the mere nga bwe batulaga nti bagenze Mbale nabo bagoba mu studio bagenze nga bwe bakyogera though at this level a section of Ugandans think these are movies akalira okalabira ddala nti it's a script mugenda tuleeta amajja tuleeta abanyiivu abawanvu n'abampi tulyoke tugambe nti Besigye bwe yagenda erukunjiri tewaliyo yaliyo. We are seeing these as scripts arranged. Naye kaneme kuva ku kyongambye
nga tonava ku nsonga it feels like oli mukuba mipiira mu NUP
nkugambye nti budde bwakubuliragana mazima we are stakeholders.
Hey, so the truth is,
the fact that you have said national unity platform.
That means fact. NUP is the leading opposition in this country. Yes. That is fact.
That is what has been said.
Another fact. Kyagulanyi Center Bobi Wine
is seemingly, Yongera Koka seemingly leading opposition in what? Has it taken state power? Has it brought about? Has it brought about police respecting political players? In what
but
sense?
He's a threat when he
what? Having a few boys and women in parliament who acted like activists to get in parliament. And right now they think diplomacy is what's going to work.
Corporate.
Corporate. Baguze n'obusuuti obupya. Abalina gwe badisinga yali araniga.
Gaba sente ez'okwambala by the
kakati eyalina obugoye bwe busatu ng'azannyiramu obwo bw'alaba wardrobe ekyuse takyalaba nsonga emutwala mu jjuwakaali kugamba abantu b'omuwino kuba waki kwegamba ebyokwogera ne bye tuwulira bingi nnyo nti tewali budde bubiyinza kuggweramu. NUP National Unity Platform ekintu buli lw'okifuula national I become a direct stakeholder. True. Oba nkuwagira open oba I don't, you're calling it national.
It's everybody in the country.
So I want to speak to the young people. Stop this habit of telling people muli bakadde mukaddiye you're expired. All we need to change is the old ways. We need to get away with the old ways, not the old people. Nti leero mwami Kyagulanyi muganda yange w'embogo ne bwana atwala obukulembeze bw'eggwanga yeetaaga amagezi g'omusajja ngaani
yes
ne batuula
actually mu government yemu
jo yeekubisizza akafaananyi ne mutabani we ne nkalaba ne nga nti I wish the people reading this would pick the actual ekiyinza okuva mu kafaananyi kano nti antudde ne Solomon ku stage eno yali bw'ati stage eno agenze bw'ati singa bwaweereza emyaka egyo 15 situkana kugamba dadi nange njagala wali mu boys quarter njagala neetongoze njagala how would that feel You get nurtured. Humility, no taking a steps. People find you bigger than the old, or more capable than the older people. Again, use that with respect to abalowozezza nti oli bw'otyo. Amaanyi ameemanye gakuba ekigwo. Budde bwa kubuliragana mazima. State House bwe tuba tetwagenzeeyo nga tuva Magere, tetugenda genda mu State House nga tuvuma abaleese People's Front. Ombuuzizza nti People's Front eyinza okukola. I think 99% it can, especially if we learn to concentrate, to think abstractly, to see dangers realistically. Ne tulaba nti embeera gye tuli mu nzibu ddala.
But you're working without NUP, and which is the leading opposition party. It's not
leading, seemingly leading. Seemingly. Waliwo omwami omu kati mugenzi, mwami Anas Kalisa. Yagamba nti ekibuyaga kino embuyaga eno weevu eno. Bw'esanga abali prepared yandikola. Nti ne weevu esaana kusanga abali prepared. Muyina strategy other than saying ono teyasobola ono byamulema aveewo. That's the seeming strategy.
How do you create a unity between the opposition, among the opposition? Well, how do you
Chetuli mu kwogera as activists era olwaleero bwe nva ne wano njagala bwe tubumbawumba wano ngenda kutuukira kuba activists abalina abaninze. Twatudde ne tugamba People's Front movement bwebezze.
Yes.
Oba olina ekibiina ky'owagira, oba olinga nze nana owagira owa Nuupu, leero owa FDC omulaba ayogedde ekyamagezi g'ositulira ekikonde. Tulage buwagizi bwaffe eri movement eno. Uganda weeri political parties alone tezigenda kutujja mu abuse gye tulimu. Okujolongebwa nti sente zijja zitujjanjabe mu malwaliro ne bazirya, sente zijja zisomesa abaana ne zigenda mu gundi security police nti bw'obuuza kakati bw'obuuza mwami Museveni the biggest source of employment now for the youth nti I passed out 6,000 policemen and women. It seemingly is the employment strategy eriwo. Tutwala police tuba arming. You're arming broke people. You have no resource to empower them.
Yes.
Tabayina na webasula. Look at those barracks. Nti realistically tutunuulire we tuli to creating necessary endings. The endings don't have to be the older people getting off the scene. The endings have to be the ways, the means in which we've done things have got to be adjusted. Omugezigezi yo mugamba kigambo kimu bibiri n'omuwa resources n'akyusa. Omubuyabuya olwana nnyo
n'omukyusa obungi.
Olwanira ddala ate obudde you lose a lot of resources, but we can without a lot of cost, without the cost of blood, abaana abamu baafa nga tuli mu kalulu akawedde, without a lot of blood shed, other costs ng'okufiirwa businesses affe oli activist bagobye wano ne batubuza emirembe abaana batubidde Kenya awo. Known or not known, activists are fleeing this country. Abantu abandi badde resource y'eggwanga lino. Abantu abakenkufu. Abantu batetenkanya kuva mu gundi. Muba frustrating nze. Nti muleeta omukazi mwenna mukimanyi muyivu. Mwenna muludde nga mukiraba nti ayimirirawo eddembe ly'abakyala. Naye olw'okuba weeveze. Obusungu ne mugenda n'obusungu umbrella. Mbuulira Woman MP w'e Kampala kye yateesezza nga kikwata ku mukazi e Kampala.
Okujjukiza abatulaba Woman MP gwe boogerako Amucha Shamim Malende ate yatusuubiza wano ku Mighty Drive yennyini nti Kyagulanyi watawangula kalulu tagenda kuyingira parliament. Utogerera abadde mu parliament okumanya.
Ekyatulaga nti ajja kusigala mu activism agaana embeera embi.
Wabula waffe banne butatera okuggwako. Matovu Ibra agamba People Front hash red card is the to go. Check that is the way to go. Yes. Tommy Banks agamba I'm so happy that these ladies can reason like this. I don't know if this is supposed to be a serious time. No, by the way, you have been an inspiration to very many people. Teddy agamba, these ladies have motivated me this morning. Thanks for the show, guys. Then Walio no Roger agamba, Miss Nana, is it just NUP that seems to be slipping off the main agenda or the whole opposition? Question mark. I would rather you advise all parties because the cause is common, not partial.
Mukkiriza ate I'm very receptive to advice. Never ogenda ze mu comments zange no tuba no buntu ntoko ku social media. I'm very receptive. I agree with that. NUP yerabisenga enkoko ezajja ne zitakula obulo olwaniko lwo.
Ate na responsibility.
Abaveje bali mu obulo obuteeka obukonze chukula ne zibawe emirimu ogubukunganya. NUP other than gather. They have done more scattering. Nakugambye than professors are fleeing this country. Tebategeera magezi gaffe.
Waliwo agambye wano Farida, I would rather a quote in the Kakayi, I would rather be a nobody in a good government than a youth coordinator in opposition.
I'm telling you.
Ono nagamba ndabe message nyingi.
Totya kusoma zetu criticize. Osoma yetu vuma ojja tu okufundikira nga tugamba we call on each other to be sisters and brothers. Nze jemva waliwo ndi musayi mutabike nnyo waliwo era banvuma abakiga temina magezi abakiga turarwana kasheshe omwazi tunywe hamu mugushi.
Waliwo ono nanga numbya ngambe Edgar, which global problem? Tell me another country that has kept their children for 2 full years without opening schools for them. Please educate me.
But student, the activists NUP, they would rather go and open an office than stand with activists in parliament. In parliament never demanding ati abana bafe basome. Ze jemba diyo na school bus butuyitako ku machane ngamba mama tuli ku chini.
Ati kati milioni 3.
Waliwo agambe wano, hi everybody, when is the program from Langia na Chibige? That is Friday. Jakubera wano. Nchanonya message nyingi. Waliwo wana abadde alina ekibuuzo kyabuuzizza munonye wano katini. Help me ask those, ono bamuyita Joan Butuke. Agambe, help ask those ladies for their opinion on climate change after the 9 months of post-elections. Have the elected leaders done something about it in the 9 months?
Bawasa.
Kati mwami
waliwo mbazire yagambye nti boda zifune engeri gye batetenkanyamu zibenga ki ekyo bwe kiba kiteereddwa mu nkola ndowooza kiyinza okukendeeza ku pollution naye nga ebintu bye batandise nabyo si be banditandise nabyo.
Kakati nze kyenjagala okugamba leaders bennyini be bali mu kwonoona environment yaffe be bali mu kuzimba mu ntobazi. Njagala omuntu agenda ebuziga nga wakava ebuziga ku round about bazimbyewo ekizimbe kirungi bambi omuntu wa wansi tasobola kizimba. Kakati even before we talk about climate change which is actually indirect, bino ebya bulijjo bye tulabako n'amaaso biganye.
Nakugambye dda noise pollution.
Abantu bali awo buli wamu osangawo church. Tewali gazetted places nti wano church. Buli wamu osangawo ekibaala. Buli wamu osangawo kyosanze. You know, we are a disorganized country.
Okay.
Ekyo oyinza nokireeta ku motoka mpenkoni ezigulirwa ba MP. Ate kosti y'omusolo miliyoni wabinda babisatu meka ana abantu bameka bitano mu ekintu. Ezo motoka zonna zifuuwa ebikakke, motoka ezo zonna zigenda zireekaana simanya
kagezeko bana message z'abakulu kwadde nyingi. Waliwo John Kamugisha agamba current MPs of opposition just for their salaries. Let's join red card, elections will keep the same result. Ona agambye indeed we are ono bamwita Tracy Lawrence agambye indeed we are
tugenda
kiremekoma wano muntu kyamu
tugenda ffenna gyolaga.
Tracy agambye indeed we are a foolish country, no doubt. Ona agambye I love the fact that today's guests are all women. Thanks for giving the women a chance too.
Yes, bravo.
Onagambe Andrew tusime agambe Nalongo nkutumidde.
Amina tusime.
Yes.
Mbagala nnyo sinaba kyawa wadde muli ba NUP oba muli ba anti.
Ono Sabiti Joseph agambe good job you guys are doing. Ono Anita Musimenta agamba she's already here. Thank you Anita for watching. Ndoza zezo messages singa ndabe ncha waliwo nyingi the Council Odur Anthony agamba this conversation is timely. Onagambe the political parties still do exist but they don't work, my brother Edgar. Uganda we are so tolerant just like Nana stated it. Benji nyoba naye bogedde ku nsonga nyingi. Ndoza nga tugenda kumaliriza show olunaku olwaleero. Nana what would be your parting shots? General discussion.
My parting shots is let us view things realistically.
Yes.
But realizing to make decisions. Let's not delay to make decisions.
Yes.
Let you not be written a letter by your neighbor and let's do this. Next week.
Yes.
Let us take the musota as a dangerous thing to our children and our environment. Let us not delay in decision making. Let's act on what we feel has gone wrong.
I've just a message right now. Bamita Mutale Farouk Hussein. What is the core value of PFT? And do you think giving M7 a red card will put them out of power? And besides, why do we attack each other instead of working together?
Why do we attack each other instead of working together? Bible etugamba nti omugezigezi atwala okuwabulwa ng'ekirungi nga resource n'akikozesa. Naye bw'obanga okkiriza okuliibwa butanguwa kutegeera bintu n'okuwabulwa okutwala ng'ataaka. Nze ntera okupostinga ebintu. I've never used words as insulting. Neewala nnyo kuba nange nzitya. Kale okuwabulwa bwe tubanga tuvudde mu setting eziri nomo tulowooza nti advice is attack. Bw'osharinga kino ntya wano kubanga across the country tulowooza
wabula omuntu obanga avumye
we are that frustrated, we are that hopeless. Naye ate n'enkikomyawo nti our hopelessness can be a big motivation for pushing. Get hopeless and act upon it. Nti atuganye. Bwamba mwatuyitira revolution. A revolution teri mu bantu bagenda. Lero activism is working. When you are more comfortable, you want to tie ties and go in.
What is the core value of PFT?
PFT kwe kutujjukiza. PFT, People's Front. Erimu kutujjukiza. With a dictatorship like ours. We batutadde ne batufufugaza nti just a discussion between two people can call for you to be arrested or something. Tujjukiza nti only serious civil disobedience nti okutereka kumacha n'ogitwalira mwami gundi gwe bamentioninze nti yalieza COVID. Nze kyenreadinga mu ng'omuntu, I'm not representing about PFT era ngenda giyingira olwaleero era ngenda kuyingiza ba activists abakirabye ng'ekitali political wabula movement gye twetaaga nti tujjukiza nti revolution ekyetaaga nnyo defiance mu mirembe okugaana ebitunyigiriza.
Which chichaganye paka kati? Zerida,
yes.
What your parting shots today?
Before I say my parting
yes,
shots,
please.
One, a red card is a symbol. It is not the actual tool. Again, okujawo obwana kyemalira. Eri symbol nti byokoze va mu kisaawe because it's a sports symbol. Nti okutunyigiriza n'okwata abaana baffe kubanga boogedde amazima tuviire mubbye sente zaffe tuviire mutaddewo obusosoze mu mawanga n'eddiini tuviire. That is what PFT is about. And that is what all these struggles have been about. Kakati saawa zino omunayuganda yenna awulira nti anyigiriziddwa nti alina ekizibu ky'abadde azaayitamu front eyo gy'alina okuyingira kubanga yeeriwo. Maliriza ngamba bwe nti Uganda ggwanga lyaffe ffenna era tulirinako obuvunaanyizibwa. Obuvunaanyizibwa buno bwe ndaba constitution, they are duties of a citizen. Etuwa bye tulina okukola ng'abantu. Njagala ebyobufuzi bino bireme butatumalaamu maanyi nga bw'olaba ddiini nti wali abanaddiini ebintu bye bakola n'ogamba oba nsigale mu bukatuliki ndi mukazi mukatuliki ogamba naye father yazadde mu muntu tawasa nagamba oba nsooke nve mu bukatuliki. No, that is my personal relationship with God. The same with politics. Wali abantu abali otunafuya abamu basasulwa abamu baagala mirimu abamu basiru I'm going to say it plain. Yes, I'm going to say it plain. Abamu basiru.
Okay.
Nabo tubalina maliriza ngamba. Njagala omuna Uganda aje ng'amanyi nti eggwanga lino lyonna lyaffe tukolere wamu twejjeko ekizibu. Naye totunuulya nti Zerida anafuye nange nafuye. No, this struggle is not for an individual. It is not for individuals or political parties. It is a struggle of Ugandans. Mbasaba mwena twegatte tukolere wamu twetaase.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies.
People's front, people's front.
Nana, thank you, Zerida. Thank you so much.
Muzikirize ntunda people's front. Peaceful nti bwe bakeeranga abapichipichi bonna bakutta obukaado tebalina gwe bakubajjinja tebalina gwe bavuma tewali muzibu kijja tutwala
mu maaso. Papa ne ameyanzizanyo abakyala. The ladies who have been in studios, this has been an interesting discussion. All over Nasembeza a comment. I'm surprised today NUP didn't pass by to abuse anyone. This means these ladies are speaking only the truth. Thank you so much, everybody who has been watching. Mwena mwebale nnyo. Ibadde discussion nungi ziri sawa satu zennyini era ku sawa satu mukimanyi tuba tuvaawo wano naye hotline temugyerabira olunaku lwolero saawa emu paka saawa satu akawungezi ka leero tugenda beera ne honorable Basalirwa agenda beerawo tugenda beera ne Joseph Kabuleta naye agenda kuba twegatta ku wano nga tunyumyamu emboozi tulina ne RDC okuva Embaale nayinza okuba agenda kuba nga twegatta ku discussion eyo tunyumyemu emboozi n'omwami Comrade Tiff oba Abdallah Tiff nze muyita Comrade Tiff. Thank you so much everybody who has watched, and my producer, thank you so much, Jeremiah and Arnold Tenjo, then Tuliahabwe. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Until we meet again tomorrow, same time, same station. Today I've been with the ladies. Tomorrow we will be switching around. We'll have some gentlemen in the studios because they say as SDG number 5, gender equality. And gender equality at the end of the day, we should have it. My name is Karuhanga, Edgar Mathew. Albuta continue. God bless Uganda.
Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.